A very good morning to all my dear students. I hope you all are safe at home. Today we are going to discuss the third chapter of geography, the Earth's major water bodies. Now children, large parts of the Earth's surface are covered with water, and these water includes ocean, seas, river and lakes. If you see water in the ocean and seas mostly are salty, and the rivers they have fresh water. Lakes may have fresh water or salt water. Now if you look at the map, the whole world you will find divided into two major parts, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. The equator is an imaginary line that divides the whole world into these two sections. If you notice children, most of the landforms you will find in the upper part of the earth, that is the northern part of the earth, and this northern part also known as northern hemisphere or land hemisphere, as it has most of the land available in this region. And if you see the southern part of the earth, this southern part is mostly covered by ocean and seas, and therefore this hemisphere is often called as water hemisphere. Now let's see what are oceans. Oceans are the vast areas of water surrounding the land masses on the earth are called oceans. The four major oceans are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic, the Indian and the Arctic Ocean, and together these cover more than 90% of the total area under water. Pacific Ocean, as you know, is the largest ocean of the world. It spreads over almost 1/3 of the globe. The greatest depth in this ocean is the Mariana Trench, and the shape of the Pacific Ocean is nearly circular. The areas around this ocean is Americas, the North and the Southern America, Asia and Australia. In the north, it touches Arctic Ocean, and in the south, it mixes with the Atlantic and the Indian Ocean. Atlantic Ocean is the second largest ocean in the world, and its size is half of the Pacific Ocean. The shape of this ocean resembles the letter S. If you see, to the north of this ocean is Arctic Ocean, and to the south it extends up to Antarctica, that means to the southern part of the earth's surface. If you see the west side of this continent, you will notice the two major continents, North America and South America, and to the east again the two major continents, Europe and Africa. The coastline of an Atlantic Ocean is quite irregular. That means it is not straight and it is very long. Because of the irregular coastline, it gives the ideal location for the setting up of the harbor and ports, and thus Atlantic Ocean is the busiest ocean in the world from the point of view of trade. Indian Ocean covers about 1/5 of the total area under ocean and seas. The shape of this ocean is almost triangular. In the north, you will find the continent of Asia. It is the only continent that is named after one country, that is India. In the south, you will find that it is wide open, and Africa you will find in the west, and in the east you will find Australia. Then the Arctic Ocean. The Arctic Ocean lies in the north of the continent of North America, Europe and Asia. It is surrounded by North Pole. On account of its closeness to North Pole, this almost remains frozen throughout the year. Apart from these four oceans, there is the Southern Ocean, or we call it Antarctic Ocean, which surrounds the continent of Antarctica. It is formed by mixing or merging of the Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean and Indian Ocean. As it is also having a very low temperature because it is near to Antarctic Ocean, it is also frozen throughout the year. Now let's move to the seas. Seas are the large saltwater masses smaller than ocean. A sea may be part of some ocean enclosed partially by land. The Arabian Sea, the North Sea, Caribbean Sea, Bering Sea are some example of seas. Some seas like Red Sea, Mediterranean Sea are nearly cut off from the ocean, and some like Caspian Sea, Black Sea, Aral Sea, Dead Sea are completely enclosed by land and they don't have any direct link with any ocean. Bays. A bay is a body of water that has a shape of C or curve in the shore of a larger water body. Most bays are the part of oceans or sea. The Bay of Bengal of India, Hudson Bay in North America are some example of bays. Some bays which are larger in size, they are also called as Gulf. Example, the Gulf of Mexico and the Gulf of Persia or Persian Gulf. Lakes. Lake is a large water body that is completely surrounded by land. Lakes, as I told you, they may have fresh water or salt water. Seas that are completely enclosed by land are very large lakes. They are called large lakes. Hence, the Caspian Sea is the largest lake in the world. Now, if you see the freshwater lake, Lake Superior in North America is the biggest freshwater lake. Lake Baikal in Asia holds the maximum water. Then Lake Ladoga in Europe is the largest lake. Some of the highest lakes are in Andes Mountains of South America, and the name of the lake is Lake Titicaca. Now, shallow lakes that have very less water, they're called as lagoons, and they are often found along the sea coast. Most lagoons are connected to the main water body by narrow outlet, and the example of this is Lake Chilka on the eastern coast of India is one of the largest lagoon of the world. Then comes rivers. A large amount of water flowing over a long distance from higher to lower ground is called a river. Rivers that have water throughout the year is known as perennial river. Most of these rivers rise in high snow-capped mountain as they get the water from the melting of the snow and the rain throughout the year. Rivers that do not have water all the year around is called seasonal rivers. Some of the well-known rivers of the world are the Nile and the Congo in Africa, the Rhine, Danube, Volga in Europe, etc. The example of seasonal rivers. Importance of water bodies. Now we all know that water is essential for life. Since ancient times, people have always preferred to build their homes near the sources of water. You might be knowing that in the earliest civilization developed in Egypt on the banks of the river Nile, and it is in Africa. Around the same time, civilization flourished along the other rivers too, like Huanghe River in China, the Indus in India and Pakistan. Many of today's important cities, you will find that they are located near the river banks. Example, Delhi on the bank of Yamuna, London on the Thames, and New York on the Hudson are the very best example that you can see even today. As you know, exist in the three forms: solid, liquid and gas. Solid in the form of snow, liquid in the form of water in rivers and ocean, and gas in the form of water vapor in the air. We cannot drink the salty water that we found in the oceans or seas. So the only thing remain is the rain water, as it is the only source of fresh water, and that is why we need to preserve the fresh water. This is used for running machines, watering crops, drinking, and using it in a day-to-day life. Water absorbs more heat than any other liquid. That is why it lowers the temperature of the earth. Water bodies are also used as one of the mode of transport, and when people started using it as a transport for their business or trade, they started finding new lands and people started settling there. Fast flowing rivers and sea are also used to generate power, that's called hydroelectricity. Besides this, most water bodies support fish and other marine organisms that are useful to us. Water bodies also support water sports that most of the children like, as swimming, diving, sailing, surfing, etc. Pollution of water bodies. A part of all this, children, we humans are polluting the water a lot. That means we are making dirty this water. Pollution makes water unfit for use. It also harms the plants and animals living in the water. Drinking water and eating fish or other creatures from polluted water bodies can make us sick and even kill us. Here, dear children, we have completed the chapter. I hope you have understood it, and if you have any queries, any problem, do write me in the comment box. I will surely get back to you. Till then, bye bye. Take care.